Alright, so I'm going to be showing you guys why I don't despise taking the zero line on Pilsen. We're going to be in the batch at 12T, by the way. I just purchased this vehicle. I played it many, many years ago on my first account, and I do like it. It's just the games have not been good for this vehicle. They've all been 4-minute games because of holiday ops, right? Matchmaking has been really bad. But I'm going to go ahead and take the zero line, and I'm going to show you guys why I don't like taking the zero line. Now, keep in mind, I didn't really go passive with this one. I just rushed in. Yes, we could have stayed back a little bit more and been passive, but I don't think it really would have made that much of a difference, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think the support was really there to help us out. So the even goes in here, and I'm going to join him. I tell him, hey man, like, I'll help you. I'm going to push in, and I'm going to shoot for this guy, and I'm going to stay passive at first here, and I'm going to push in right behind him. I'm going to help the G-Sor as well and try and clean somebody up here. Now the LT-432 appears. We're able to get 2 into him here, right? And now I can not get a shot into this guy, right? So what I want to do, and I believe I do this, is I rush in and try and help the even. G-Sor is also pushing in, and the even's gonna go down. I'm not able to go in time to help him, but I'm like, I want to like avenge this guy. So I'm gonna come in, clean up the LT. I'm gonna rush him here, clean him up, and then I'm going to take this position. Now here's the issue with taking this position. Everyone now knows where I am, and you're gonna see that I get YOLO'd in this area, right? And what happens is I die and the game ends up being really close. If I were to stay alive, just imagine what we would be able to do in this game. So I'm poking this just to make sure I'm not getting lit here. I'm very timid about taking this position, right? I'm going to poke up, and here comes the Sta 1, right? So if we maybe took this position a little sooner, the G-Sor might have been able to help, but the reality is Sta 1's pushing into me. I don't have the support behind me except for the G-Sor. Sta's coming in. I'm trying to get shots into this guy. We're going to have to take one more from him. We do. I'm able to clean him up here, and then the M3Y appears, right? And M3Y hits me once. I'm able to duck behind the corpse of this guy, and we're able to kind of fool this M3Y for a moment here, but eventually we're going to go down. We just do not have the support behind me, right? And so many people are always trying to get me on my team, trying to get me to play the zero line, and this is why I'm not a big fan of it. Now again, we could have tried to go passive here, but I wanted to counter the LT-432, and we did that. Both of these arties aren't even targeting me, which is also good, and we have the M3Y here. Both the UDES and G-Sor have had enough time to come down to the zero line and adjust to this, and they just never did, right? And this is why I never listen to any people on my team, man. We're able to get one more into the M3Y there, and now this guy's a one-shot. It would really help if Artie would target him. I run away from him here. I'm trying to get away from him, still trying to get away from him. He's able to get me right there on the very corner of the tank, it looks like. Might have even hit me right in the turret or whatever. I'm not sure which shell it was. Let's see, M5Y. Yeah, he hit me right in the corner of the turret. Look at that. I mean, that almost could have bounced. But that's the situation, man. G-Sor now all of a sudden is going to go, oh my gosh, yeah, maybe I should try and go here. And it's like, dude, why weren't you making this play before? You're a good player. You're green by XVM. He's green by XVM. How much time did this guy have to get over to here and try and push in and help with this M3Y, right? And he just didn't. And now the M3Y is here. He's able to clean him up, yeah. But now we're dead, and they don't have the support. So what I'm going to do is stay in this game. I actually stayed in this game, and I'm going to show you guys how close this game becomes. And with the batch at 12T, I'm telling you guys, people didn't believe me, but I showed you guys a game in the 12T of the 1375 that I almost carried, and people are like, oh, come on, Whirls. You know, there were still like 4 enemies on the team. You guys have no idea how powerful the batch at 12T, the 1375, the 1390, the 105, these tanks are so ridiculous with their clips. You can clip people out, and they have so much burst damage because of that, that if I were to stay alive in this game, easy W. I'm telling you guys right now, easy W, as long as things kind of went my way. But instead, the G-Sor is here. He tries to go after the T-103. He gets hit by the Artie. There was another enemy as well. UDES is still full HP, and this game is a loss, just like that. So this is why I always tell you guys, especially in tanks like this, stay alive in your light tank, man. And this is why I don't like to try and fight on the zero line, and why I don't listen to people, because These two guys, the Udez and the Gisor up here, had so much time to come down here and support the zero line, and instead they just camped up here, trying to see if they can get shots into the M3Y or if anyone else was going to come through, when they could have just came right down here, pushed in, and they could have gotten shots at the M3Y fine. And then we could have pushed the zero line or whatever, but instead these guys all camped in the back, and these are the same people that are telling you, like, light tank, spot the zero line, light tank, like, WTF, we lost because you didn't spot the zero line. And this is why I don't play on the zero line, man. Because, again, even if we tried to stay here, at some point we were going to have to counter the LT, and the LT could poke up right here and counter me. So we had to get here. If we got here and then maybe tried to run away real quick, maybe this game could have been different. I don't know, but we had to try and counter the LT here, and then if I run out and get spotted, then it's easy shots for people that are sitting all the way back here. So this is why I tell you guys, like, you need to conserve your HP and you need to be careful. I don't have end plates for this one. I was just showing you why I like to stay alive and why you want to stay alive in a vehicle like the 12T, or really any of these, even the tier 6 12T, right? Any of these tanks in this tech tree, once you get up to tier 6, I'm telling you, man, like, these clips are ridiculous. You can clip people out and you're like a little gnat, right, in all these tanks. So I hope that helps you out, guys. Stay alive in your lights. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.